Sweden has calm in its DNA, but nowhere shows it better than Småland. Endless forests, quiet lakes, and winding country roads make it easy to forget what rushing feels like. Hello, this is Lindsay from Half Clothes Will Travel, and in today's video I'm sharing how you can follow Sweden's prescription for well-being, a new kind of travel therapy that blends nature, good food, and slow design. So here's the idea. Across the world, doctors have started prescribing time in nature or cultural experiences as a way to improve mental and physical health. But Sweden has taken it one step further. It's now the first country you can actually be prescribed to visit. The concept, created by Visit Sweden with Swedish professor Ivan Forsell, is backed by research showing that things like spending time in forests, taking fika breaks, sleeping well, and simply slowing down can lower stress and boost overall well-being. The prescription includes everyday Swedish habits: forest bathing, foraging, sauna culture, cycling, and even live music. These are simple routines proven to restore both body and mind. I've spent a few weeks in Sweden this year, biking along the Hora Canal in summer and dog sledding and skiing through snowy Dalarna in winter. And what I've learned is that Swedes don't just visit nature, they live in it. But this trip through Småland takes the idea to its purest form. It's where the prescription really comes to life. Cooking from the land, sleeping in the forest, and finding that rare mix of luxury and calm. And let's just say, I can see why this country is literally being prescribed for well-being. Ready for your own prescription for well-being? Now, if you're planning your own travel therapy trip, plan for at least 5 or 6 days. This gives you space to slow down and really sink into Sweden's pace of life. I would start in Gothenburg. This is Sweden's relaxed coastal city on the west coast. If you're flying in from abroad, it's an easy entry point and a great way to shift gears from the bigger, busier capitals of Europe. You can spend a day wandering the canals, taking a fika, that's the Swedish version of a coffee and pastry pause, and browsing through Haga, one of the city's oldest neighborhoods. The cobblestone streets are lined with vintage shops, bakeries, and cafes that make it easy to linger. If you have time, head to the botanical gardens or catch a ferry to the nearby islands. Gothenburg gives you a soft landing, a city that already feels like an exhale before you even hit the countryside. After a night or two, rent a car and drive east into Småland. It's about 3 hours through forest and farmland that gets greener by the mile. And that's where Sweden's prescription really starts to take hold. Each stop feels designed to help you slow down in its own way. And another option is to take the train from Copenhagen to Småland, then rent a car. This is also just as easy and it's a more sustainable option. I'll link to the details of this in the description. Now, let's get into the relaxation. The first stop is Asa Herrgård, a 17th century manor tucked beside a forest lake in southern Sweden. Getting there means winding through miles of pine and birch until suddenly the road opens to still water and silence. This place captures what Sweden means by balance. There's a lakeside sauna and a few hot tubs where you can alternate between warmth and a quick shocking dip in the lake. It's a simple routine that somehow resets you better than any fancy spa. But food is what's at the heart of Asa Herrgård. You can book a hands-on cooking experience with the head chef who makes traditional Småland dishes using ingredients from the surrounding farms and lakes. This is genuine, slow cooking where everyone joins in. And then there's the edible country. You head into the forest with a guide, forage for ingredients, and cook lunch over an open fire at a table tucked deep in the woods. When I visited in October, we foraged for mushrooms to make with our lunch. It's a truly magical experience unlike anything I've seen in all my travels. I kept waiting for a ferry to pop over the mossy hills. You can book the experience guided, let the chefs cook for you and set the beautiful table, or have the kitchen pack a lunchbox so you can make your own lunch. However you do it, it's truly a one-of-a-kind experience that needs to be on your Sweden travel therapy itinerary. About an hour south sits Trakt Forest Hotel, which features the fanciest set of treehouses I have ever seen. The suites float above the forest floor, minimalist and glass-lined. It's luxurious in the quietest way possible. There's no television, just the sound of the forest and light filtering through the trees. Every detail here is intentional. Here you will also find a cozy restaurant that turns local ingredients into something elegant without feeling fussy. And then the Silva Spa here might be the most peaceful spot in Sweden. You can soak in wood-heated tubs beneath the trees, warm up in a private sauna by the pond, and even slip into a hidden bath deep in the forest surrounded by moss and smoke from the fire. It's pure, simple therapy, the kind that resets your mind as much as your body. And then, another 30 minutes further south, you'll reach Wallby Säteri, a countryside estate that looks like something out of a Jane Austen novel. Rolling meadows, still water, and oak trees that have probably seen centuries. It's perfect for travelers who can't sit still but still want to unwind, like me. Here you can hike, row, or wander the trails that loop through the woods, or simply sit by the lake with a cup of coffee and do what the owner Magnus jokingly calls the thing we're best at here, doing nothing. Meals are simple and seasonal, made with fresh ingredients from nearby farms and producers, berries, game, fish, whatever is freshest that week, prepared in a way that feels both rustic and thoughtful. Magnus himself brings so much personality to the stay and is usually joined by Pims, his cute dog, who seems to be everyone's best friend. Wallby is one of those places that feels personal without trying. You're in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by nature, yet you still have every comfort. Cozy rooms, strong coffee, and a view that makes you forget you even own a phone. It's hard to explain what makes it so special, but it's an incredible reset. A slower world you'll wish you could stay in just a little longer. Now, before heading back to the city, stop at Vandalorum, which is a modern art and design museum. The buildings look like sleek red barns scattered across a field, and inside you'll find Swedish and international artists displayed in spaces that somehow feel calm even when they're busy. The gardens outside were designed by Pete Aldolf, which is the same landscape architect who created New York's High Line. It's a perfect final stop. Art, architecture, and a cafe that serves a fabulous lunch. It ties everything together: beauty, simplicity, and attention to detail. Sweden's prescription for well-being isn't about escaping life, it's about remembering how to live it. Here, wellness isn't something you schedule, it's in the air, the design, the food, the quiet moments that remind you to slow down. If you're craving a trip that actually leaves you feeling better, this might just be the prescription you need. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more travel content like this.